at a certain height, basically. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely get it in there. And it's no different in a sense than the cryptocurrency. Is just one that doesn't really fluctuate as far as value going up. Now, if you go on a couple of different exchanges, if you happen to have stable coins, they will give you a decent percentage on the staking aspect of it, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I definitely use the stable coins for that particular reason right there. Because like I said, it's ingenious. I wish the stocks kind of had low-key a little option like that to where I can put it in. But no, man, definitely the stable coins. Like I say, it's the coins that are out there that are they just only fluctuate between a cent or two, and they stay around $1. So say like, you know, you put $100 in, it goes up to, you know, 500, and you're like, damn, you feel like it's about to go down. You could go ahead and transfer that 500 and transfer the coin that you're in into a stable coin now. So now you still have the value of that $500 versus sometimes what we do is we sell from one coin to the next. And then, you know, we understand that the fluctuation is going to go up and down. But sometimes in not thinking clearly, if you know you're about to spend that $500 and you need it to be $500, you don't want to sell into another asset that's fluctuating up and down, because 10 minutes later, that 500 could be 450. And you're like, what? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I needed that $500 on the head to buy something or to pay for something. But when you don't know, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's really good why you brought that up, bro, as far as like the stable coins and knowing how to buy those when you're at the top, you know? So that's definitely good.
For the security aspect, like definitely know your password, know your phase, you know. Yeah, definitely.
Never ever give out your 12-word passwords. I done heard about people logging on to sites that say enter your 12-word phrase. This will be the only time you gotta enter it. Like, I don't understand why you would have to enter that. Like, if you dealing with a site and they tell you enter a 12-word phrase, I wouldn't even do business with that site. I don't care if they give it out.
No business.
Don't even do it.
You know,
because all I should be able to do is just put my wallet address in there and send.
Exactly.
Straight up.
I should be able to connect my wallet. Now, connecting the wallet is different from me entering my 12 words on any site. Like, you should never have to enter your 12 words on no site. You know what I mean? Unless it's to just recover your wallet. Like, if you personally click recover a wallet or I got an existing wallet, then okay, you should expect to use those 12 words. If you ain't hit either of those two buttons, you shouldn't be fitting in those 12 words nowhere. Like, this game is so new. So security is like, you gotta learn new security measures every other week, every other month, because it's a new thing. We won't know what hackers are capable of until it's presented. As crazy as it sounds.
Right. Like, think of like, okay, so Cash App's been here for at least a couple of years now, about 5-6 years, maybe longer. I know I've been involved in maybe like 5-6 years. It's definitely been here longer, whatever. So that process that is Cash App, we type in numbers, you know what I'm saying? And we type in the amount and we send it over. That's crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's in the next couple of years, crypto is going to be simplified to that, in a sense, to when it comes to like sending, because it has to be a little bit more inviting. Right now, it's definitely because of all the things that, like my brother was talking about, that you do have to do to make sure that, hey, security-wise, you're protected. If they're going to get old people money in here, they're going to get retirement money in here, they're going to have to simplify this thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing. Also, we're still at the beginning. So like, hey, like if you're thinking about getting in, like, I want to say that you've already done the thinking and it's time, you know? And I know we've talked about charting and getting in at a bad place and getting in at a good place. If we just remember the chart that I was showing you when it comes to Shiba, even the people that bought at the all-time high like last time, right now, they're sitting up if they were patient.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It could be up almost, I don't know, I forgot what she was at, but they definitely we hit a high of like, at least they probably hit a high like 50% from where they were at, and they got in at the high. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just, when it comes to investing and it being something that you can do, and you can be able to definitely retire, walk away from jobs. Like, you got to be patient.
Oh yeah.
You
And
got
just
to
to
be patient.
live a fruitful life after you walk away from a job, and you want to live under the radar because you made so much money, it all boils down to how you come into this game. I'm learning that now too.
Right.
How you come into this game make a difference. If you
Yep.
come into this game showing how many coins
day
you got to
trading.
everybody, you showing everybody how many coins you got, you showing your wallet address, that's everything you do on the blockchain is traceable. For example, I'm gonna use this Shiba wallet that bought $8,000 worth of Shiba that's worth $3 billion. When he split that money into all them wallets, you think everybody know what wallets to watch now. So they always gonna know your wealth. They always gonna know how much money you got. They're gonna know everything that wallet do every time it's sent, every time it sell a Shiba, if it sell for your Ethereum, if it bought a BNB. So it's like, this is like walking to a bank and being able to see all the bank accounts on the wall, but you don't know who the face of the owner unless they attach their face to it. So I want to tell people, like, even me and my brother, I'm gonna tell him soon, hey, I ain't saying stop showing our face, but as far as the information, how many coinage we got, that's gonna come to a halt, because it's like, that's a big security measure. You know what I mean? Because somebody can literally be monitoring your every move on your account. You know what I mean? Every single move, because it's an open source. The blockchain is open to anybody. That's for good, that's for bad, that's for good and evil. You know what I mean? So it's like, just take that into consideration when you're doing that, because it's good that person won that amount of money, but the eye is always going to be on them wallets now, forever now.
Yeah, man.
For any movement do, even when they jump into something new coin. Oh, that well that used to be a well in Shiba is now just accumulate. That's what well reports is. You know what I mean? You don't know the face of the well, but at the same time, you know that wallet. So it's like you know that person in a sense.
It's kind of
like
Go ahead.
No, definitely. I was gonna say, the person with enough time and resources and know what buttons to press can track it back. You feel what I'm saying? And you're definitely right about that. So you want to always, like I say, just be secure. Like they say, don't just get the bag, but secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's definitely important. And like I say, just like anything, like what Conscious and what we're doing right now, let's just have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Have these conversations amongst your family. Have these conversations with your girl, your man. You know what I'm saying? Have these conversations with your homeboy. Have these conversations with your homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should definitely be talking about money more.
Exactly. That should be the center of the conversation.
That should be the center of the conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we'll on one hand, when somebody says we should do that, we'll get all high and mighty and get religious on us. But on the other hand, you ask somebody to do something for free, and ain't nobody doing nothing for free.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? They
crazy we're talking about this right here, because yesterday we literally was at my house, me and two of my homies. We was at my house, and we was like, that part of our culture ended because the dining room table got killed. You feel me? The dining room table got killed. Like,
that's powerful.
I remember at first being little, everybody sat at the table. Then little by little, you go sit on the couch and watch the game, or you take your food to your room. That's where all the conversation came. You know what I mean? So my main goal is, once I move, the first thing I'm doing is getting a nice ass dining room table. Because we eating in this house and we sitting down, there's no phones allowed. We conversate. We gotta know what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's so big, I feel like we gotta make that more monumental a thing, like the dining room table. That's the thing. That's why we named it the round table. When me and my brother, the round table, everybody sitting here, we serving food. This the only table people probably come to nowadays. You feel me? If you think about it. So it's like,
no, definitely. Like, that's a really big point right there. Just some little small fundamental things that have been kind of taken away from us. You know what I'm saying? See if we can kind of instill them. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can like. Unfortunate. I want to say this. It is unfortunate that money is the key domino to all the other things that we need to correct in our life. We can focus on those more.
They changed the game. So we have to adapt. Exactly.
It's crazy because once you start getting the bag, I already was detached from money but now it's like I'm more and more detached from it. Don't mean I'm finna do stupid things or spend it frivolously, but it's like you start understanding money don't really change. You start understanding that concept. You feel me? Because it like it might change your situation, but everybody around you still in that money chase. So it's like it don't really change nothing. You feel me? It can put you in a position to help change stuff. You know what I mean? So you gotta get everybody else out that rat race too, in order for them to be able to be at peace. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, in the back of everybody's mind is money. Probably 80% of people's mind is money, whether they know how to get it or not. They thinking about it. And that's something we should go through a whole day. People won't understand until you can go through a whole 24 hours and really ain't got to think about money. Like literally ain't got to think about money. You know what I mean? Whether you go buy something, eat or nothing, the last thing you thought about was the amount.
And it's and you know what? To give an example, that moment that you're talking about is almost like you living on vacation.
Exactly.
It's like every day is a vacation.
Every day is a vacation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like in a sense to where like when normally when you go on vacation, you're carefree. You may be chilling at the hotel. Everything's already paid for. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're going to eat. You know that you can afford to eat it. You know what I'm saying? You know you can do whatever you're going to do because you've already financially laid it out.
It's already planned.
Right,
it's crazy.
Already planned.
I like the way you broke that down because it's like a vacation is already planned, but our life ain't. Like it's so crazy. Like a vacation would be planned out perfectly. You know everything you want to do, every place you want to visit. You did dissect it. You did reviews on the place, but we got to put that same energy into our life. You feel me? And once you're financially free, you can. You just wake up and like it be people be like, Germ, you ain't go to sleep last night? No, I sleep during the day. Like I take
I ain't got no schedule.
I'm Bruce Wayne.
Like
I'm
even
Bruce
yesterday,
Wayne.
even yesterday, my son's mom called me and she like, oh, Chasen coming over there this weekend? I'm like, yeah. It don't matter if you want to. All right, we'll be over there later. In my head, I'm thinking like, why she coming over there later? It ain't a weekend. I didn't even know it was Friday yesterday. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you just live. You know what I mean? You just live. And it's like, I'm not 100% financial free like I want to be, but I'm to the fact that I ain't got to be in that rat race. And like, you start understanding the calendar and all that was put there just to keep us in order because you forget about those things. Like, it don't matter what day it is.
You mentioned rat race. They was racing for some money. Like it was a crazy film.
The movie.
Traveling, all that for some money. And like the thing is like some people just the simple things, the budget thing, you know, the budget aspect. You know, people putting more in than they're getting out. That's vice versa. You can't do that. Like it's like
I am working on a budgeting ebook because I call myself the budgeting goat too. You know what I mean? That's one thing I know how to do. Being cheap, we gotta take that bad aura around the word cheap. Like that cheap thing, I feel is only thrown in our culture purposely. Like if you shop at Target or Walmart, oh, you cheap, you broke. That conversation don't go around in groups with money. You cheap if you ain't invest in the right investment. Now you being cheap. Don't be cheap. Like it's crazy that people won't be cheap in the mall, but they come to this investing realm and want to be cheap and make millions.
I'm gonna put $1 in. I'm gonna put $1 in.
I'm gonna put $1 in. I'm gonna put 20. I'm thinking about putting 20 in.
I got 5,000.
20 good.
I got Birkin bags.
I think how much them Jordans did you just bought? Oh, they was just a light 350.
I got some Birkins in the back.
A light 350.
I got some Dior. It's like
Dior ain't nothing much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got some Gucci.
Like think about what that's why we got to do this, brother. We got people spending hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars on a belt and won't even put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the company that makes the belt.
The belt. Like, we was told wrong purposely.
Come on.
And once you get older, once you get older, that too. But it's younger people that already got it. It's once you start understanding business, you understand you two things in this world, a buyer or a seller. Tyrese told everybody that in Baby Boy. But we looked at certain movies for entertainment other than the message they was giving us. And it's like it was right there in front of our face. Like even everybody, probably most of our culture watched Baby Boy, and they was teaching us right there in front. They couldn't come out, I feel, and blatantly say it because it wouldn't be in a movie. You feel me? But they were trying to tell you to buy or a seller. So it's like I go into everything understanding it's a business. And once you understand business, you don't get mad about certain things. You just understand, oh, that's business. I understand why he went like that. I understand why he did it by that perspective.
That's business.
And not the name, I'm not going to name drop, but it's a big person in our space of our culture that I see get a lot of hate because he always changed the prices of his curriculum. And I tell people, that's powerful. I would love to be in the space that you can sell your curriculum for $500, then the next day you got $1 sale. People got to understand in this space right now that we in, you ain't, when the writer become an author, you ain't got to have 1 million sheets of paper and 1 million hardcovers. Everything based off the internet. All you got to do is create, and you can constantly sell this thing that you created through an ebook. You feel me? Through all, there's so many ways. That's why I see commerce is the biggest thing right now. I understand why that e-commerce is so big.
Shopify.
It's like,
oh man, Shopify.
You can create, like Stan can create a conscious book right now.
Yeah.
And then he just get it typed up on the internet and resell, copy and paste. He just reselling that ebook over and over and over and over and over and over. It don't matter the price you sell it for. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because you ain't got to put money to duplicate. You feel me? There's no money. You already create a product. You create a product with your brain.
It's almost the everything being on the internet has low key like cut out overhead for actual material that used to have to be bought and used and made to, you know what I'm saying? Like that overhead for that is done. Y'all forget that.
Think about like for a t-shirt company. I'm gonna drop a couple more gems for a t-shirt company. They got sites where you could pitch your t-shirt that you ain't even got made yet onto models, and have all these models wearing your t-shirt that you ain't even created yet. And you throw that on Shopify. They click on that and make an order. Then you create the product.
Yeah, pre-orders.
Pre-orders just sitting at your house no more. I can run 30 stores in a house with no product in it, and all 30 of them stores be successful and profitable. You know what I mean? So it just, you know what I mean?
And the richest, like we talk about the wealthiest people, the budget aspect, the aspects, the wealthiest person, he could be riding a bus, never notice him. You know what I'm saying? Billionaires driving Chryslers and Chrysler 300s, like things like that, shopping at Walmart. We got to kill that perspective.
I can tell you now, the wealthy people, it's crazy now. The wealthy people, you ain't gonna notice them, like you said, because they ain't driving to these multi-million-dollar businesses no more, because that multi-million-dollar business is ran through the same thing we talking on, a cell phone. You know what I mean? So you won't see them pulling up to no big Amazon size store and he wealthy, he own the building, because the building is digital now. Like your store can be bigger than Amazon because the space inside the internet is so huge. You know what I mean? You don't need a warehouse like Amazon. You know what I mean? So it's like the possibilities is endless. Like it's just that we gotta have our people know this thing. Like we was always taught, you got to sweat to work. You got to sweat to be a man. If you ain't sweat, you ain't a man. Like a lot of us went through that. So a lot of us only chose jobs that was physical. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got to let us know our brain is the strongest tool. Like it leads everything. It's the head. You know what I mean? Why you think people say when they in the lead, I'm ahead of you. They the head. Like they saying that for a reason. Literally, they ahead of you. Like you follow your head. You know what I mean? So
to come to the close for the people, I guess 3 or 5 key cryptos that pretty much been consistent in the charts and projections for to the next year, and 5 years from now. I guess we already touched on it, but I guess 3 or 5 that y'all would recommend for beginners to look into as soon as possible.
Price, my affordable favorites, XRP, XLM, VeChain, Cardano still at a good price, Tron still at a good price, Crow still at a good price. Those are just the ones that I like,
And it's crazy. He said the same ones I would name. And I love the fact he ain't list Shiba in there for a simple fact. Shiba is good, it's great, but that's not what we want a new investor to chase, though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's not what
chase
we want
high.
to chase. Exactly. And that's coming from the compound man himself that told y'all that. So it's like, y'all got to take heed of that. Like, he named some powerful ones that's going to be here, like you said, 5, 10 years. Not saying Shiba ain't. Shiba got a great community and they got use cases. You got to think. They got Shiba swap.
It's but we have a duty to be financially etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or have, you know, ethics. And if I'm presenting something to people and they're getting their feet wet in this and this is new, I need, because all of it is a risk, but I need to present the ones that have the least amount of risk and also that still are affordable. You know what I'm saying? There's some other ones I could have definitely listed that are just affordable, but there's more risk involved.
I give some that hopefully ain't too risky. Storm X could also be a
good one. I like Storm X.
Voyager app, and then VeChain.
Yes.
VeChain could definitely change some things for people.
VeThor. Yeah.
VeThor, the gas?
The gas. People gotta understand.
Yep.
People gotta understand.
VeChain is the car, VeThor is the gas.
VeChain go up, the gas gonna go up.
Right. Voyager.
And you can't move VeChain without the gas.
You can't move without the gas. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? The gas, I like the gas in this bull cycle, just my prediction.
It's utility.
You know what I mean? They go at least to 4 cents, 5 cents. That's a 400% right there.
It's tied to the coin, so it has utility and it's cheaper than the coin. So technically you